worst decisions of Hitler which led to his downfall. Hitler's invasion of Poland in September 1939 drove Great Britain and France to declare war. The first German attack of the war came against the Polish defenses at Westerplatte. The United Kingdom responded with an ultimatum to Germany to cease military operations. The Western Allies also began a naval blockade of Germany, which aimed to damage the country's economy and the war effort. On September 8, German troops reached the suburbs of Warsaw, and soon the Warsaw garrison surrendered to the Germans, and the last large operational unit of the Polish army surrendered. By the end of 1939, Hitler wanted to eliminate the French and UK threat, so he ordered the invasion of France. The German military decided to use their heavily mechanized units to invade the Low Countries of Belgium and Netherlands, thus bypassing the heavily fortified French Maginot Line on the German-French border. By May 1940, Germany had experienced large success in the invasion and eventually rerouted all Allied forces within a month of the invasion. The fall of France was inevitable at this point, and they surrendered to the Germans on July 6, 1940. This ended up giving a huge morale boost to Germany and the Axis powers. But soon things got turned for Nazi Germany, especially some worse decisions of Hitler led to downfall of Nazi Germany. So, what were those decisions? Number 1. Soviet Union invasion. Hitler was presented with a real chance of winning the war during the initial invasion of the Soviet Union. Although risky, if Germany had managed to take Moscow before the winter of 1941, Russia's main railroad system would have been cut off, causing great disruption to the movement of Soviet troops. However, due to initial success, Hitler was so confident in his Soviet invasion that he diverted his troops to the Ukraine and Stalingrad. The delay this caused was disastrous to the war and forced an unprepared German army to fight in the unforgiving Russian winter. The failure of Operation Barbarossa reversed the fortunes of Nazi Germany. Operationally, German forces achieved significant victories and occupied some of the most important economic areas of the Soviet Union. Number 2. Fighting a war on two fronts. Hitler's main mistake here was to underestimate Britain's resolve and aerial prowess. Hitler was led to believe that his Luftwaffe would easily win the Battle of Britain, but that didn't happen. So the German leader ended up still battling Britain in the air as his invasion of the Soviet Union began. The situation was not helped by Hitler's meddling in his own military affairs, commanding the German Air Force to focus on bombing British cities. As a result, Germany found itself under constant attack from British and American air forces while also feeling the might of the Soviet forces. The Eastern Front was the largest and bloodiest theater of World War II. It is generally accepted as being the deadliest conflict in human history, with over 30 million killed as a result. 4. The German armed forces suffered 80% of its military deaths in the Eastern Front. Number 3. Choosing the wrong allies. This mistake was down almost entirely to Hitler's own ideologies and racist beliefs. Hitler chose to ally closely with Italy due to his and Mussolini's shared beliefs, but this ended up being disastrous to his war effort. Germany had to step in to clean up Italy's mess in North Africa, Greece and Yugoslavia. If Hitler had been able to disregard his racist beliefs, he would have fared better to ally closely with Japan and take full advantage of their advanced military. The Battle of Berlin was the final major offensive of the European theater of World War II, and was designated the Berlin Strategic Offensive Operation by the Soviet Union. The Battle of Berlin resulted in the surrender of the German army and the death of Adolf Hitler by suicide. It was a resounding victory for the Soviet Union and the Allies.